And good evening. We began with a terrifying close call here in New York today when a Delta Airlines jet landing in the middle of a snowstorm careened off the runway and came within feet of sliding into the icy waters of Flushing Bay. It happened late this morning at LaGuardia Airport. Thankfully, the passengers and crew all escaped alive, despite the plane suffering significant damage. The airport was closed for hours, flights disrupted. Tonight, as we take a live look at the plane still off the edge of the runway, the NTSB is on the scene. The questions have begun, starting with the runway conditions at the time and what the pilot was told. Tom Costello is working the story for us. He has late details.
Amateur video from inside Delta Flight 1086 as crew members and firefighters helped passengers escape.
We're going to slide. We don't have to slide, so we're going to have to slide off. Sir, please, over there.
I just survived the plane crash.
The MD-88 with 132 people on board had careened off the runway up an embankment and crashed through a fence, its nose just inches from Flushing Bay. The first word that the plane was in trouble came from ground crews who radioed the tower.
Tower, you copy. Call 100. Runway 13 is closed. Call 100. You said runway 13 is closed? Affirmative. 13 is closed. Tower, you have an aircraft off the runway. Call 100. Say again. Please advise crash rescue. LaGuardia Airport is closed at this time.
Flight 1086 was coming in from Atlanta, landing on LaGuardia's runway 13 in snow and icy fog. Suddenly, about two-thirds of the way down the runway, the plane veered to the left. Only that embankment and fence kept it from going into the freezing water.
He's leaking fuel on the left side of his aircraft heavily. You said leaking fuel? Affirm. His wing is ruptured.
NBC's Stephanie Gosk talked to Allie Clark, who was sitting in the emergency row.
Are you ready and prepared to help people out of the plane?
I absolutely was.
Terrific. So you were like filing people up. Were there little kids on board?
There were a couple of parents traveling with their kids, and everybody took great care of everybody getting off the plane.
Airport managers say the runway had been plowed just prior to the accident, and only 4 minutes earlier, other pilots reported no difficulty landing.
Approximately 11:05, two planes landed and reported, quote, good braking action on the runways.
But LaGuardia's short runways can be challenging in the best of conditions.
Pilots have to be concerned about getting the airplane down in the first third of the runway. They want it planted solidly, especially on a slick or wet runway. They don't have a lot of margin of error.
24 people suffered minor injuries. The NTSB will be looking at runway conditions, where the plane touched down, its speed, braking at the time. This incident coming 23 years after a U.S. airplane crashed while taking off in a snowstorm at LaGuardia. 27 people died when the plane went into the water. Thankfully today, no one was